Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shooting It Straight with Donniec. I am your host, Donniec, and with me, as always, my good friend Dave. Dave, how you doing today?
Oh, wonderful. A little, big game jet lag.
Super game over the weekend. Super game over the weekend. That's right, everybody. There was a super game, and we all know what it was. It was a big bowl of ice cream, as our Tiki Talk friends have mentioned to us that we've skipped on the last one. We could have said a Super Bowl of ice cream. So, we missed that one, but thank you for plugging it in. But we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about some other stuff. So, basically what this show is, in case you've never seen it, well, one, thank you and welcome to the show. Two, if you have seen us, thanks for coming back and hanging with us some more. Basically, me and my friend Dave, we're going to go back and forth. We're going to shoot the shit, have some conversations. We're going to talk about the big game that I think you're allowed to still say the big game or the super game or the huge bowl or the...
I don't know.
You know what we're talking about.
I want to know what the copyright infringements are because I've heard other people just letting it fly. So I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I'm not sure. But I dip my toe in the water and then I walk away. I just stand around waiting for the bikinis. But
nice.
What? Thank you. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about that. We have a segment that we did last season that we're bringing back with a twist. That's right. This episode, we're doing Fists of Fury. But this season, it's not just Fist of Fury. It's Fist of Fury. Battle of the Bands!
Nice.
So Dave's going to come in with a category or a group or whatever it is, and we're going to go 4 bands per episode when we do it. And then we wait for the Bandathon, Bandapalooza, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the season where we put all the bands together. We'll have 8 bands at the end who are all champions from the season. And they'll battle it out for the champion of the Battle of the Band. So we got that coming up.
Yep. I'm just curious. I'm just curious, real quick, how you're going to come up with this one because it's music, it's band members. It's not like one person versus another. So
it's different, but
I'm curious.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see, and we'll have some fun with it. Also, we've got Where Did It Come From? Where you learn something from me, which I bet nobody ever thought that would happen. And, as always, we've got your questions. Well, how do you send your questions? And you send your questions into shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. What happens is my good friend Dave gets your questions. He waits till we record on the show, and then he hits me with them right away. And I got to come right off the dome with an answer. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, you're getting an honest answer, and that's all you get. So you better you get what you get, and you don't cry about it. Because if you cry, well, then you're not on the right podcast. You're supposed to laugh and have fun and have a good time on this one. So hopefully you do that. And I want to thank everybody for sending in some questions. I want to thank everybody also. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications. We'll let you know when we're going live. We'll let you know what's up and coming with us. We have a bunch of social stuff too. Dave, I'm going to jump into it right now. Just show them what we got.
Just do it.
There's our socials. So if you want to check us out on our socials, we say happy birthday. We put up different clips. We talk to you. We this, that, the other. It's social media. You know how this goes. And if you don't know by now, well, now you know. And you head over to TeePublic. You go to TeePublic, and we got a bunch of stuff. We got T-shirts. We've got sweatshirts. We've got other T-shirts, Monkeying Around, Out of This World, Bad to the Bone. You got mugs. You got Scan Me. You got baseball or softball jerseys. You got pillows. That's right. You can sleep with us. I'll let you, if you don't, there's the pillow right there. You can sleep with us. In case you're lonely at night, you never have to be lonely again. Who'd you sleep with last night? Donnie C. Was it safe? You're damn right it was. There was a cover on that pillow. All right. Wow. So check us out on that. Check us out on TeePublic. We've also got the regular logo for our shirts with the coming and going on the front and the back. And without further ado, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Let's go into some questions.
Let's do it.
Head bopping, toe tapping.
That's right, baby.
Jazz.
I'm gonna be sad, like, you know, we get through the year, and then if we change it up again, and and we lose that tune, I'm gonna miss it.
Maybe we'll do 2 seasons with that tune, Dave. You never know.
No,
You don't know what
I
Shooting It Straight's gonna be.
I know, but I know you. You like to change stuff, you know.
Well, I like to keep it fresh.
Yeah, true.
Keep things interesting.
All right, 3 questions. I gave you 2. You like the relationship stuff, so I got two more relationship questions.
2 more relationship. Okay.
And then one. We'll see how you handle it when I get to that one.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. How do you keep the spark alive during times when life gets hectic and a relationship feels more like a routine than something new and exciting?
With a new lighter. No. How do you keep the spark alive? That one can be difficult. But a lot of it is similar to kind of what we do on the show, like this season, where you reinvent it a little bit or you bring new things to and everything else. Right. It's no different than that in real life. What you need to do is, yes, there are some patterns or staples that go within the relationship, but you should never lose sight of how important it was to have that special something. And whether it's a spontaneous thing or if it's a scheduled thing or whatever you normally do, change it. Mm-hmm. Not too far of a change, because then there's a lot of questions. Well, where'd you learn this from? Or where'd you do this? Exactly. But, you know, have a conversation with your significant other. Hey, listen, you know, I thought, you know, we've been pretty busy in life, especially with the way life is. You know, nowadays you got both family or members working to make the household work and everything else. There's not a lot of time for a lot of the other stuff. So, hey, listen, we've been very busy. I want to take some time to show you how much I care, or this, that, the other. Let's do something. Let's do this. Let's do that. I have an idea, or spring it on them. Be like, hey, don't make plans for this weekend. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I set something up. Don't make any plans.
Right.
And you can keep it going like that. And those little things, hopefully, if you're in a good relationship, those little things will keep the sparks alive, because those little things add up to the big things. Mm-hmm. Everybody forgets about the little things. And you don't need it to be Valentine's Day. You don't need it to be a birthday or holiday. You can buy your significant other a present, and it doesn't have to be on a holiday. You could surprise them. Surprise! It's the little things.
Yeah. Yeah, because...
Not just walking in the room naked, Dave, with your piece of deal out, going, surprise! Because I do that too, and it doesn't work. It's the same.
That don't work. Nobody wants to see that.
I've seen it 1,000 times. I want you to see it 1,001.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're first together, it's easy to keep that spark going. But once you introduce kids and everything else to the thing, you get so caught up in their lives and in your jobs and everything like that. So it's easy for people not grow apart, but it can become stagnant.
You grow very bland. You fall into a routine.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So I know my wife's always bugging me, you know, we don't go out to dinner and stuff like that much anymore. And it's like, It's true. That has happened. Mm-hmm. And it's mainly my fault. I'm admitting it, that, you know, that should be something we should be doing. But when you get stuck in these ruts with life, you're just like, I don't feel like going out. I'm staying home.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more difficult. But there are things you have to do. So, Dave, you need to get on it. And I say wear your Darth Vader helmet and nothing else. And just walk into the room and tell her you want to play with the lightsabers.
That's for Valentine's Day. Which, speaking of that...
the Force is strong!
Speaking of that, this episode is going to drop 2 days before Valentine's Day, so we should...
Happy Valentine's Day!
Made up holiday.
Mashagana, what do you mean?
All right, here we go. Do you think it's important to have shared hobbies? This is more along the same kind of stuff we're talking about. Or is it fine to have separate interests in a marriage?
I think it's important to have several shared hobbies, so you always have something to do. And then you should also have your separate hobbies. My wife is a painter. She's actually a really good artist. I never painted. I've drawn before. I've done a lot of stuff, but I've never painted. Like, that's her thing. When she pulls out a canvas, she's on her own. Like, she's sitting at the table. She's on the easel. She's doing her thing. God bless. Like, you should have your own thing. She's her own person. You should be your own person too. But you should also have common interests because you need to do something together for the rest of your lives also.
Right.
And a shared hobbies as well. It could be something as simple as going for a walk or riding a bike or just driving or going to a movie or not taking your wife to dinner, whatever it is.
Does bickering count?
Bickering could count. That could be a hobby. Some couples are very good at it.
I could be up there.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, we have, well, she has her hobbies. Obviously, we know I got bowling and video games and stuff like that. Those are my hobbies.
And a podcast.
Let's just keep adding more. But I need those things to decompress, man, because, again, life gets hectic. But I try to balance everything without neglecting the other. Yeah. Because I have the wife, I have the kid. Can't neglect them.
No, that's what makes it very difficult. And Dave, you know my schedule. The balancing is, it's tight. There's I'm walking a fine, like the tightrope. It's
right. Yeah.
It's got its moments.
Yeah. No, I hear you. All right. One last one. So you've always said you wanted to be a little bit more animated for the show, moving around, doing whatever you got to do. So
this sitting down thing is weird for me. Those who know me know that sitting down is difficult for me. I should be up and moving around and talking to you like this and doing all this stuff.
Right. Well, here you go.
Hey, go ahead. Give it to me.
Here's your time to shine.
Okay.
All right. Let's say you're on a team, football team, whatever. If your team could only communicate during a game through dance moves, what kind of choreograph would you and your teammates use to signal a play?
All right, what kind of play? Okay, so football teams. Okay, hold up. Excuse me. All right. So you
go deep. Let's say you're going deep. What's the play?
That should go deep. For a post, you go like this and you bring it across that way. That's a post.
Okay. A running play. What do you do for running play?
The running man. You can't see my legs.
There you go. Oh, man. Now I see your mic. Put that away.
Oh, hello. Rub that down a little bit. My bad. You got to see a little too much.
Oh,
and then, of course, there's always, when you got the split backs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Don't hurt your hamstring live on the show.
Nope, I'm good, baby. I'm good. Split backs. How you doing?
Very good. I saw that question and I was like, "Yep, this will make it insane."
Yeah, I got out of my chair. It was nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a good time with that.
All right, let's get into, I guess, the big game. Is that what you want to do? Or want to do Fist of Fury? What do we want to do?
Yeah, let's talk about the big game.
All right, let's do that real quick, and then we'll do.
I should have had a background of a big cereal bowl. I didn't even think about it, but I didn't do that. So, all right. So let's get us back into just the basics. Go back to normal. Okay. So the game itself, a rematch from 2 years ago. Chiefs Eagles. Everybody's talking about how the refs are going to be helping the Chiefs. Didn't happen.
Well, early on, there was a bullshit play, and everybody was like, "Here we go again."
It looked like it was gonna, but then they called it on the Chiefs also some bullcrap call, and then it was like, all right, it was just some bullcrap calls. These guys are a bunch of wusses. You can't really tackle them or put. Oh, you can't see the ball. No. John Cena is not allowed in football.
Nope.
Okay. So the Eagles came out, and I don't know if you remember this, Dave, but I said the Eagles were going to win.
Yeah.
That offensive line for the Chiefs was horrific.
Horrible.
Horrific. And I'm not a football guy. I'm not a sports guy. But even I know, poor Pat. Oh, my God. Pat.
They made the Jets offensive line look good.
With them.
Right.
he didn't have a shot. He didn't have time to throw. He didn't have time to run, scramble, in the pocket, out of the pocket. No matter where he went, it was an eagle.
Yeah. That was nice.
Thank you.
More
Sweat.
animation.
What's his name? The guy Sweat?
Sweat. Yep.
All over him.
Yep.
Ooh, sweat on my...
Yeah.
Never mind. But... So, I mean, the Eagles just...
They destroyed him on both ends. Yeah.
They did, and they started to come back. She started coming back in the fourth.
Yeah, that was garbage time, though, man. They knew
but at that point, your defense is already like, whatever, we got this in the bag, we're good, everything else. So, I'm watching the game. Now, you owe me $2 for the Jets.
Right.
And then I've got some squares. I played a squares.
Did you win? I did not. I lost my one square.
They're playing.
Oh, don't tell me you got screwed on that
I look at my wife. I go, there's 2 minutes or less. Yeah. I go, we need a touchdown. Touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I got the numbers, hon. I got the numbers. All we need is the extra point.
Yeah,
all we need is the extra point. And then they lined up for the 2-point conversion. You sons of bitches! Dave, when I tell you, I had almost $900 in winnings for the final because I was in 2 different brackets with the same 0-1 numbers. So on one of them, I would have had $450, and the other one, I would have had $425. All they needed to do was kick a field goal. And what did they do? Oh, well, this isn't going to save anything.
Right.
Help us with anything. Let's go for 2. Jerk-offs.
We're still going to lose, but we're going to practice the 2-point conversion.
Yeah. And because of that, I lost almost $900.
Yeah. And now, not only you, just think of that ripple effect across, everywhere who had those squares, man. Especially with
I was pissed. I look at my wife and I just keep going, freaking 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Just put it on the other side. 2 minutes left in the game. That whatever the score was, and you're like, I'm going to get me all kinds of money, and then that bomb happens, and you're like, no.
Yeah, exactly. I rooted for Eagles the whole time, and once I knew it was over, I just said, okay, I just want the Chiefs to get that touchdown and the extra point.
Yeah, what did you think of Tay-Tay getting booed? They showed her, they just booed the shit out of her.
There were so many Eagles fans out there.
I know.
That was very highly Eagle. Stadium out there. Yeah, I heard she was upset about it. I'm like, you're Tay-Tay. Like, if you're that upset about it, go cry in some money. Like, you're okay.
Yeah, I would have lost the over-under, man, because I think they only showed her one time. I could be wrong, but
yeah, that was it. I would have lost the over-under on that too. I thought it would have been a safe bet. Not even close. Not even close. So it is what it is. Yeah. What'd you think of the commercials?
I had maybe 3 that made me laugh or that I enjoyed. Okay. 3 or 4. 3? The Little Caesars one, I guess where his mustache was. There was like a mustache.
That was all right.
There was a mustache theme, but I like Little. I'm one of the people that actually likes Little Caesars, so I think the Pringles commercials where everybody's eyebrows kept. The
eyebrows were the Caesars, and then the
mustaches were Pringles. There we go. Yes. That one cracked me up. And then the one that I was like, ooh, I got to get some of those was the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups with the lava in the middle.
Okay.
I'm like, ooh, sign this bad boy up for some of them.
The ones that I thought were funny were the Bud Light Big Man Cul-de-sac.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that one was good.
That was cool, yeah.
The old ladies with the tick pick.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I ate that up.
Especially when the lady turns around and flashes the people behind them or whatever, yeah.
And then the other one I laughed at was Harrison Ford at the end of the Jeep commercial.
Yeah.
Saying Jeeps make me happy, even though my last
name is Ford. Yeah.
I thought that was good. And then I was happy that they brought breast awareness to the game, because I wasn't mad at that commercial either.
No.
So breast cancer awareness was nice. So.
It was.
And then the stupid one, what was the stupid fleshy cowboy hat thing? Like, so stupid.
I didn't get that one. I didn't get that.
There was a couple of them that were just stupid, whatever.
The one that was kind of cool was I think it was DoorDash or one of them Dash companies where they had all of like the Hey Kool-Aid guy and
that was the delivery
the Green
for food.
Giant and all the like old school characters for the food.
I was trying to remember them for our segment. This way I was like, okay, I can name that guy, I can name that guy, I can name that guy. This way segment comes back and you pull any of those guys, I'm ready.
But overall, they didn't knock it out of the park. It was weak.
The one Budweiser commercial with the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the frogs? Where's the...
I know.
Just got to bring back some good commercials.
We got to stop living in the 80s and 90s, man. You know, it's just
can't help it. They were so much better then. So much better. And then the halftime show. What'd you think of the halftime show? Being the big metalhead that you are.
Yeah, nobody was here.
Do you know who Kendrick Lamar was?
I had no clue who Kendrick Lamar was.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Usually the halftime show is when I don't watch the halftime show because unless I did watch, I don't know if it was last year or the year before with the old school hip hop guys. I was like, okay, I got to watch that. I thought that was
I think that was 2 years ago because I think last year was Rihanna.
Okay. All right. So.
Which was terrible.
Which I didn't see because I don't connect with her. So like a lot of, it depends on who's there, you know. Metallica, if they're on there, dude, I'm watching it. But for some reason they don't like Metallica. But no, I didn't really, like, from what I saw, I don't connect with that. So I just moved along. You know what I mean?
I can't say I liked it because I didn't like it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Was I entertained by it? A little bit. I wasn't entertained by Kendrick. I think his voice is a whiny voice, and like, I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I like some of his stuff, but not most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that I did like, though, the fact that he was wearing an A minor on his shirt and everything else, making fun of Drake because he's still.
Yeah, I heard. That's what I heard. There's some beef with them, and that's
there's a huge beef, Dave. You've lived under a rock, so yeah, I know. Just let you stick with me. I'll take it. I'll take you there. But him and Drake went back and forth all last year battling, and Drake got his ass kicked, and he's got some pedophile stuff that was out there and stuff like that too. So that's the whole A minor, which is one of the lyrics in the song.
Yeah.
He also had it. The whole setup that he was on was set up like a Sony PlayStation controller.
Okay.
Drake was set up. His label owned Sony. So it was a disc that he was dancing and singing on the thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Also, on the X, they had that X where they had the different people dancing and everything else. When he had Venus Williams on there, and she was doing the Crip Walk and everything else, and that's one of Drake's X's also, and she was also in the X.
Oh, shit.
So there was a whole bunch of underlying stuff that you didn't even know about because you just don't know.
Exactly.
But there was so much going on in that it wasn't even about the music or him singing. It was basically a diss track to everything that he's been fighting over and everything that's been happening over the years to split up U.S. between the two divisions. Like the flag was split and everything. Like there was a whole bunch of political stuff in there too. And I'm not even gonna get into half of that stuff or whatever else. There was so much meaning in all the stuff that he was doing. I respect the fact, whether I agree or disagree, I respect the fact that much thought went into it.
Right.
To pull it off.
So I mean, it's possible then that if there's blowback from it, because I've seen people either love it or hate it.
Right.
But I'm wondering if the people that hate it went over their head, didn't understand what was going on, so that's why they're judging what they saw.
Right. They're judging a performance about the song where he had even said prior to it, it's not about the songs, it's about the messages.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All right.
Listen, Dave, I'm in the know, baby. Urban Cowboy right here. Ding, 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 ding. No.
Oh, God.
All right. Well,
let's do it.
Fists of Fury. Battle of the Bands. Oh, yeah.
That's right. Fist of Fury got an up.
Still in the dojo.
And we're still that is not going anywhere.
And we're still in the dojo.
All right, so we're gonna start off. It's not really a genre because there's gonna be a lot of the same. We might do some rap groups and stuff like that down the road because we got 8. We can mix and mingle on this one.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a variety on this.
Right. So we're gonna do some old school rock bands.
I had a feeling this is where you're gonna start. So.
Hey, come out the gate firing, man. Let's see.
I know it.
All right, so you should know Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I know Guns N' Roses. Who didn't have that appetite for destruction?
All right, so let's just put them up against Poison.
Oh my God, is that a bunch of girls? No,
no, that's what they used to.
I know it is. I know it. It's so crazy. Yes, CC, that's a good look for you. Okay, I mean, Poison had some great songs.
No, but before you move along, what is during this whole new thing? What is going to be your determining factor? You know,
not fist fighting, fist fighting. It's going to be more so the style of music, what they brought to the table, how they inspired the songs, like their backing, and if they were able to keep going or if it just kind of like a one-off.
Right. Okay.
So that's my mindset of where we're going. And Poison still had, Bret Michaels still singing, still playing Poison and everything else, going out there doing his thing. Axl's still out there. William Axl Rose changed his name this way. His initials were War. I don't know if you realized that years and years ago.
Did not. Have you heard? His voice is shot though, man. After all that screaming,
his voice is shot. His body is shot. I mean, listen, in their time,
right? Oh, dude,
the fact that he's still alive and on stage.
Yo, if Ozzy's still out there, bro, you know.
Exactly. He's getting ready to finish his tour too. He's back in the beginnings or whatever.
Oh my lord.
But between these two, it's a no-brainer for me. Poison was great. I had a lot of their stuff. I had their cassettes and whatnot. But Appetite for Destruction's not even like Guns N' Roses crushes them.
Yeah.
Crushes them. Even the love ballads and everything else. But
yeah, remember Poison? I don't know if you remember that one album. It was like that demon with the long tongue that came out, and they had it was too inappropriate for kids back then, so they censored it. Remember, they put the black bars over top of it so it shows the eyes.
And now the shit that we have out there.
Oh, I know exactly. That they were, I think, weren't they? They were around the time where the explicit lyrics thing started.
Parental warnings or something were on it. Yep. I remember I used to play Guns N' Roses, and then I'd have to lower it certain times when people were around because there was some aggressive stuff coming out of there.
All right, so
Slash is incredible too, though. I mean, as a guitarist, Slash is one of the greatest.
Yep. All right, so where did the music go? We didn't play the music, so for the next round, let's play the music.
All right, I'll get the music. You get the next group. Go ahead.
All right, good. We're gonna go with another legend, Motley Crue.
Ooh. Shout at the Devil. That was so good.
Yeah. Going against Def Leppard.
Again. Okay, so this is a similar battle. Motley Crue, Motley Crue was Motley Crue, man. Like, they started a whole different style for them. It was... There was nothing like them. As far as I was concerned, when they came out, Motley Crue was Motley. You knew Motley Crue. As soon as their songs came on, you knew it was them.
Yep.
That was it. Def Leppard has a lot of the similar styles of songs.
True.
Now,
but
the drummer.
Oh, the one-armed drummer. Yeah, hell yeah.
One-armed drummer who wasn't born one-armed, got into an accident and lost his arm while Def Leppard was together. He started the band with 2 arms. Lost an arm, taught himself how to play the drums with 1 arm and foot pedals. Amazing. I mean, talk about dedication and staying with a band. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And Hysteria is a great album also. But like I said, a lot of their songs were very, like when you hear Def Leppard song, you know it's Def Leppard too, just like you do Motley Crue.
Right.
But as a band, Motley Crue beats out Def Leppard, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think not even close.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Def Leppard album. But if you just want to jam out, Motley Crue's that band.
Oh yeah.
Even some of their ballads though are fucking.
Yeah, you have to go Motley Crue on that one.
Right.
Did you see the I forget what it was on.
The Netflix show with them?
Was it Netflix?
Yeah. I liked it.
I watched it with my wife and she's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, these guys were nuts. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the time period where it was. I don't know if they still do that shit, but back then, man, you know. Again, that's why. Well, how the hell is Ozzy still alive?
I don't know. I do not know.
All right, so the final.
Oh my God.
Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue. Good luck with that, buddy.
Holy crap.
I think I know who I would pick, but this is a tough one.
I mean, for me personally, I want to go Guns N' Roses because I listen to them more. But Motley Crue was so strong also that it's hard for me to say that they would lose to Guns N' Roses. Oh my God, this is one of the toughest ones I've had.
Yeah. Dude, because these are two icons of back in the day.
I mean, these, and they're still going today. They're still like. Is Nikki still playing it? I think Nikki Sixx is out though.
Nikki Sixx, well, he
can't hang it anymore.
I think he had a solo album called 6 a.m. I don't know if he's still going out there, and I actually bought that one when it came out a few years back, and it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It's not Motley Crue stuff, but it's, you know.
Okay. Here's I'm gonna have to make a decision, and no matter which way I go, it's wrong, and I know that. Like, there's no winning on this one.
No.
For me, Guns N' Roses would win, but I think Motley Crue as a band did more for music than Guns N' Roses did. So because of that, I'm gonna have to go with Motley Crue.
I agree. Motley Crue, like Guns N' Roses was was great back, but I think you're right. Motley Crue did more for.
They paved the way.
Right.
they definitely opened it up for a lot more metal and a lot more heavier stuff. Right. Yeah. Guns N' Roses was phenomenal.
Right.
But I think Motley Crue, just being Motley Crue, I think Motley Crue wins, and I'm sorry, GNR. Like, that hurts me, but it is what it is.
All right. Goodbye, Guns N' Roses. Hey, this is what it's going to be this year, I think, man. We shrink it down to 4.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough for you, man.
Yeah.
I don't envy you.
No, that's rough. Wow. Okay.
All right, so Motley Crue, let me write that down. We got Motley Crue, the first leg of the bracket.
There you go, Motley. Unbelievable. All right. Motley Crue for the win. Wow. I didn't see that one coming against Guns N' Roses. Okay. That was good, Dave. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Now, Dave, you know what time it is, right?
Yeah, I forgot about it. Go ahead.
Where did it come from? All right. So, Dave, the phrase that we're going with today, of where did it come from? I think you've heard of it. A lot of younger generations, I don't know if they've heard this or not. It's an older saying. Don't spill the beans.
Yeah.
You've heard it. I've heard it. We know it. Do you know what it means?
I mean, it would be basically don't rat on anybody.
Well, not necessarily rat. Don't let the cat out of the bag is another way they say it. Basically, don't give up too much information.
Right.
You don't want to spill the beans.
Right, exactly.
Oh, do you know where it came from?
No clue.
Aha! That's what I'm here for, Dave.
Let me guess. It had something mafia related. I have no idea.
Not at all. Not at all. There's not even such thing as the mafia, Dave. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What it was, ancient Greece.
Wow.
In ancient Greece, they would have voting of yay or nay.
Mm-hmm.
And what they would do is it was anonymous. So there would be beans. A white bean was yay. A black bean was nay.
Okay.
And that's how you voted. So what would happen is somebody would have a jar, and they'd walk, and you put your bean in a jar without anybody seeing it. So it wasn't a glass jar. It was a covered jar, so you couldn't see what was in it. But what happened was the guy carrying it could not spill the beans because then people would know whoever was in line how they were voting.
So because you would see the color of the beans.
You could see the color of the beans. So if the guy spilled the beans, he let the cat out of the bag, or spilled the beans, he showed everybody what everybody was voting on. Mm-hmm. So it makes it a non-anonymous vote if you spill the beans.
Gotcha.
So don't spill the beans started out in there by literal colored beans. That was a voting technique in ancient what did I say it was? Ancient Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
Now, are any, because it just seems like, since you started this little segment, it started way, in other places, and then the Americans take a hold of that and just twist it into their own thing. Are we ever going to have one where, like, we...
I took notes this time.
Did you?
And here's why. It changed when it came to America.
Yeah, exactly. We change everything.
To upset the apple cart.
Really?
Because I guess a guy would go around with like an apple cart doing similar things with the vote, except it wasn't with beans or whatever, but he would get votes.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to upset the apple cart. That's the American version.
Oh, still, oh my God. See, hey, that's what we do, baby.
That's what I'm bringing to you. Knowledge, buddy. Knowledge.
It's going to be, this one comes from the United States, Dave. What?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
We need a Dave check on that, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Aisle 2. Where did it come from? Aisle check. Dave check 2, please.
I'm going to have to use the old-fashioned bullshit button on one of these.
Ready. Get ready. But yeah, so that's where it Don't Spill the Beans comes from. Ancient Greece.
Nice.
So there you go. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Thank you for staying with us to the end. Hopefully you learned something, spill the beans, or you learned that Motley Crue was able to beat up Appetite for Destruction's Guns N' Roses, which I did not see coming. But if you get an opportunity, tell your friends, subscribe, hit the like button like I said, ring the bell for notifications so you know when we're coming back and when we're going live. Me and Dave are going to start talking about going live again. We had a good time the last time. We want to do it again, so we're going to try and figure that out. We've got some collabs coming up. We're working on that. We got some dates for that we're recording on. Also, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. You gotta be involved. You gotta check us out and spread the word. So please spread the word. Have some fun, and hopefully you laughed with us. You had a good time, and you send in your questions to shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com so you can find out what Donnie C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. Catch you guys later.
Peace, everybody.
But Sweet Child of Mine was so good, and they had so many other great songs. I'm sorry.